Dissatisfied, the reactions this evening from some church leaders to the new 50-member limit for physical church services across the island. It was the first weekend to test the measures announced by the Prime Minister in Parliament on Tuesday. But while 50 is an increase on the 30 members previously allowed, the religious community wants the government to go further. Shamela Pullen reports.
The King's Chapel United Pentecostal Church in Montego Bay, St. James was built to accommodate 1,000 worshippers. But since the COVID-19 pandemic, a fraction of that number has been in attendance due to the gathering restrictions. Like many other churches, there was great anticipation about the revised measures and how it would affect church attendance. But when Prime Minister Andrew Holness announced the limit of 50 people up from 30, there was disappointment.
We would prefer if we would go back to the 6 feet distancing, where we're able to have more persons coming out of the church. I mean, you go to the market, people are rubbing shoulders there, you go to the offices, the banks and stuff like that. And the church has been very cooperative and has been doing a very good job in obeying the government's restrictions. And we have not had many cases of the virus in our churches.
It was a similar view expressed by other churches we visited, like Boundbrook Seventh-day Adventist Church in Portland.
We're here in Boundbrook, we have well over 200 members. And so when we are limited to 50, that's a significant amount of individuals who have not been able to come to church. And so we are happy that it has moved from 30 to 50, but we would have loved to have had a greater leverage of individuals coming into the worship space.
Over in St. Elizabeth, Patrick Campbell at the Goshen SDA Church is calling for the Prime Minister to allow churches to do crusades again.
For prior to this, we could have our online gospel campaign, but now the Prime Minister said no crusade. And I don't know that there would be a problem if the prescribed amount, 15, stay in church every night to do the online program like Pastor Samuels did. And it was successful. So I don't know if he could rethink or relook at that aspect of it.
We're at the Faith Cathedral Deliverance Center, where the fourth service of the day is about to begin to accommodate as many worshippers as possible.
My list is over there, and if you send my list, you'll see we don't add to the list more than 50, and each person came in, we would stick them off. And so we are sure and certain that the persons who come through this glass year, we'd have no more than 50.
However, Reverend Wesley Daly of the Brownstown New Testament Church in St. Anne is satisfied with the new measure in place, but offers this advice.
I want to encourage those especially who would have taken your first shot of the vaccine already. There's no reason you shouldn't go and get your second shot. And we encourage those who are dodging and hiding, please go ahead and take your vaccines.
Despite those issues, some worshippers are just happy to be back in the physical space.
I feel so overjoyed and well, and I feel so blessed to see my sister, my brother.
We give God thanks because normally we would not have been given an opportunity to worship with as many members as we are today, and so I am extremely thankful for it.
Shamela Pullen, TVJ News.